Hey, what's up you guys, it's your boy Drew here back again with another video for all you American soccer fans out there. And in this video, we're going to talk about that beautiful 6-0 win against Trinidad Tobago and what this means for certain players in the lineup and what this means for the USA going forward in this tournament. But of course, as always, if you guys love soccer and you want to see it get the growth and respect that it deserves in this country and you want to be part of that change, then subscribe down below and be part of it. Think about it. So last night against Trinidad Tobago, the USA confirmed its quarterfinal appearance after the group stages are all wrapped up. You know, we got one more game against Panama to see who will finish top of the table, and then from there, we're already confirmed to be in the quarterfinals of this Gold Cup, which is great news. Actually, Panama and USA are both already confirmed for the quarterfinals in the Gold Cup, since they both have 6 points from 2 games. So that means we knocked out Trinidad and Tobago from this Gold Cup, because now this year of the Gold Cup there's no third place team or best third place team goes to the next round as well. It's just straight top 2 teams from each group will go on to the next round, which is now the quarterfinals. So with all that, that means we really did knock out Trinidad and Tobago from this Gold Cup already. So I guess a lot of people really looked at this game as a good revenge against Trinidad for knocking us out of the World Cup, which, if you ask me personally, I've grown to acknowledge that it wasn't really Trinidad's fault. Obviously it wasn't, but it was mostly the USA's fault for failing to complete and win games they should have won along the way, in that hexagon quarterfinal qualifying stuff. So no hard feelings there, from me at least. I know there's a lot of American soccer fans who really wanted the USA to win this game really, really well, and actually really win this game against Trinidad just for that revenge factor. And from this game last night, I think for those fans, they got what they wanted. For those USA fans, the USA really delivered to those fans with a beautiful 6-0 win against Trinidad and Tobago. And it wasn't just a scoreline that really caught my eye. It was mostly the way we play. Like, we had players really playing really well, better than they played since Greg Berhalter has taken over the helm for the national team. Better than they played against Guyana. This was a game I really thought was going to be a little more difficult for the USA. I thought we were going to choke under pressure. I thought we were going to be tested a little more than we were. Granted, it did take basically half time for us to score the first goal. A beautiful cross from Christian Pulisic to head it into goal by Aaron Long. So basically the goals, I should have said this in the beginning, 2 goals from Aaron Long, 2 goals from Yizhan, a goal from Paul Arriola, and a goal from Christian Pulisic, which is great. And obviously the best player on the night was Christian Pulisic himself. I think he played the best game he's ever played in a USA jersey. I think there was one game a couple years ago or last year that he played really well. I forget the team it was, but I know I watched the game with him and I was blown away. But this game, I was a big Pulisic fanboy during this game. He had 2 beautiful assists and a great, beautiful goal. He's proven again in this game that he's skillful. You saw him do some cool tricks, some nice technical ability with the dribbling and all that skill, blah, blah, blah. So he's the real deal. Chelsea fans, I hope you guys are excited, because this dude, he's not going to take over Hazard's, crown or whatever. He's not going to be Hazard type, okay? He could be he could be better, he could be worse, doesn't matter. But you guys have a quality player coming to your club next season, which is really exciting for American soccer fans to see Christian Pulisic, a big American player, playing in one of the biggest leagues in the world. But back to this game. Christian Pulisic on fire the whole night, but I don't want to rave too much about Christian Pulisic because all Fox Soccer has been doing that all day. Okay, so I don't really want to do that. What I really want to focus on is a player who I think is kind of under the radar in terms of great players for the national team, and that's Paul Arriola. I think Paul Arriola really is a player who is very underrated. People don't look at him as much as they look at players like Tyler Adams, Christian Pulisic, even Josie Altidore. I think Paul Arriola is one of our hidden gems in this national team and in the USA roster overall. He's pacey. He's good on either flanks. He can play in midfield if he needs to. This guy can play anywhere. I think he played at right back for a little bit for Greg Berhalter for a couple of games or whatever. But this guy is adaptable to any position. He's pacey, he's skillful with the ball when he dribbles, and he's proven time and time again that he can finish he can finish the ball, man. He can score a goal, no problem. The goal against Guyana, Beautiful goal. I really thought he was going to try to cross it in to the center of the box. Heck no, not for Paul Arriola. Just scored that beautiful goal. And in this game, again, another beautiful goal from Paul Arriola. I think he scored maybe in every game for Greg Berhalter. If I'm wrong, let me know down below. But I know he started and played in every single game that Greg Berhalter has coached so far for the national team. So that says something. That says that, Greg Berhalter really knows what kind of star player Paul Arriola is and what he could become. He's still really young. He's like 23, 24 years old. He's still got lots of potential. I could see him really, if he has a really great tournament, and if he's not too, shadowed by Christian Pulisic in this tournament, I think he really could make a big move next summer or even whenever, this summer even, or the January transfer window. I think he really deserves to be playing elsewhere to really test his skill and his ability, just overall. I think. What else can I say? Another player I really want to highlight in this game, or just overall right now, is Yizhan. I think that's a player who gets a lot of hate, a lot of negative feedback from American soccer fans, and rightfully so. He's not really been the most impressive player on the national stage. I think he does really well at club level, especially with Columbus Crew recently. But for the national team, I always feel like he's a kind of different player. He's never reached that same ability that he could at club level, like a lot of players really usually do. But some people might say, you know what, Drew? He did score 3 goals in 2 games so far in this Gold Cup. So, why hate on Zardes? And I would answer, these are goals he should be fucking finishing anyway. The first goal against Guyana, you can't tell me that's a real goal. It bounced off his head, almost broke his nose. He did not expect that at all. I could have scored that. Okay, we all could have scored it together. Same thing. Boom, 1 goal. Okay, this and the goals for here. If you guys watch the highlights again, the first goal is just basically a tap in. I expect him to finish these 2 goals that he did against Trinidad Tobago. I expect a professional soccer player to finish the type of chances he had today, and he did. So it's not anything that I'm really too impressed by. But I'm also still having a little bit of hope out there that he's gonna prove me wrong during the rest of this tournament. I'm gonna keep close eye on you, Yizhan, because I need to be impressed by you. I need to really, you gotta sell me that I can actually want and actually want you to be my starting number 9 starting striker for the national team. Clearly Greg Berhalter sees something in him that maybe many of us don't, and maybe it's just because that Columbus Crew roots, but it could be something else. It could be that he thinks that Yizhan right now is the best option as a main striker, and he's proven that in these last 2 games. Starting Yizhan in these last 2 games over Jozy Altidore, who is a player who kind of really was I would say maybe a normal player to have as he was the number 9 for how long now? Everyone when you thought about a USA striker to put up there in the starting 11, it was always Jozy Altidore. These freaking word names right now are confusing my tongue. Jozy Altidore, Jazzy Zardes. I'm mixing them up. But anyway, what you can't mix up right now is that Yizhan Zardes is in good form right now. I think he's feeling good. He's got 3 goals in 2 games. So I really hope that confidence really kind of shows when he's playing in the next couple of games, especially against Panama, who I really think is going to be a more tougher opponent that we faced so far in this Gold Cup. And then going on into the knockout rounds, I really hope that momentum carries with not just Zardes, but the whole national team as a whole. And guess what? My boy Zach Steffen, favorite player, number 1 fan for Zach Steffen, he kept another clean sheet. So congrats to you, boy. And I was just really impressed. I was really happy with this win. I really thought it wasn't going to come the way it did. I thought we were going to draw this game, but they proved me wrong, and I hope they continue to prove me and other American soccer fans wrong when we criticize this national team for being so unorganized. So I hope you guys liked the game as well. I hope you guys liked watching this video, and if you do, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you guys leave a like down below. On Wednesday, we got a game against Panama to see who's going to finish top of the table in our group stage. And of course, if you guys know, the top team of that group will face the second place team of another group. So clearly we want to finish top because we don't want to face a hard opponent like Mexico, or that's it. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, like I said, leave a like down below. Let me know your thoughts down below about what you guys thought of this game. Did you guys think it really was a good game? And should we all be getting still, a little more excited about how this team's forming up to be in this tournament? Let me know your thoughts down below. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for kicking with me, and I'll see you next time.